Hey guys, it is time for science today, and we are learning about renewable and non-renewable resources this week. So today is mainly just covering the vocabulary that you need to know, and then we'll do a little bit more fun things later on in the week. So just sit back, relax, and pay attention. All right, so I am going to be moving around so that so that you could actually see what's going on here. So what are natural resources? Well, these are the materials that we use from nature. So think natural nature. It has the same base word, such as wind energy, water, plants, animals, and fossil fuels to make things we need that are called natural resources. Think of nature, the basis of life on Earth. Water, plants, animals. I do not know why that my slideshow just went to the next slide. All right. Natural resources, they fall under two main categories. It's renewable and non-renewable. So a renewable is those that can be replaced. So that's things like solar energy or wind power, geothermal energy, water, or hydroelectric energy, which we get from water, and biomass, which is material that's made from plants and animals. So just remember that renewable means we can replace it. Renewable, replace, RR. But non-renewable, you can take a guess. Oh, it's going to give us some examples. So solar energy. Since Earth formed, the sun has produced energy in the form of heat and light. We talked about solar energy when we talked about the different forms of energy a few weeks ago. And then wind power is wind is moving through the air, and it's created as the sun heats the Earth's surface. So flowing water also creates energy that can be captured and turned into electricity, which is called the hydroelectric power, which I told you. Water is constantly renewed by the water cycle, which makes this a renewable resource. That means it can be replaced. So when we use heat energy from the Earth, it's called geothermal energy. It's like this core of the Earth that's right by my head right here. The Earth is constantly being warmed up by its core, so we use geothermal energy. We don't have to use up this resource like we do when we burn gas. So biomass is any material that is made by plants and animals. So when we burn wood in our home, when crops like corn and sugar, they can be converted into biofuel, and animal waste like cow manure. Now, non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are those that cannot be replaced at the same rate it's being used. It takes a really long time to be replaced. So renewable, it's pretty quick. We can get it really quick. We can renew it quicker than we can non-renewable. Non-renewable, we can't. It takes a really long time for these things to be replaced. Most of the time, those are things like fossil fuels and coal, natural gas, and oil. It takes a really long time to replace those. So fossil fuels, they release these heat energy, which is burned and used to create energy and electricity. So this is coal right here. It's a black brownish rock. This is oil. You might have seen those, like maybe when you're traveling out through Texas, throughout the part of Texas, there's a ton of those where every single time, I see them all the time when I go to like New Mexico, Colorado, not there, but on my way there, I see a lot of them. And then there's also, don't know how that happened. Sorry, guys. There's also natural gas. There we go. This is what gives us power to our lights, our TV, air conditioner, and kitchen appliances. That's really, that's a non-renewable resource because it doesn't, like, we use it so fast, we can't replace it as fast as we use it. So burning fossil fuels are actually pretty harmful to the environment. So when coal and oil are burned, they release particles that can pollute the air, they can pollute the water, and they can pollute the land. So why are these natural resources important, you ask? Well, without these natural resources, humans couldn't survive. We use natural resources every single day. More than 60% of resources we use are towards food and drink, cars, and housing. So it's really important. We need these natural resources to survive. So let's go and let's look at some vocabulary that I want you to remember for this week. You're actually going to do a vocab matching for your assignment. So it's going to have the vocab words on the left, and on the right, it's going to have the definitions. The definition is going to be next to a letter. So it'll say A, B, C, D. So in the blanks, you're not going to draw lines. Do not draw lines. In the blanks, you're going to write, oh, natural resource, that's definition C. So you'll write C in the blank. The renewable resource is definition D. So you'll write D in the blank. So I'll post these vocabulary words down below. Use it to help you on your matching because it'll help so much. But remember, a natural resource is materials that we use from nature, such as air and water, to make the things that we need. It's natural. It's from nature. So think natural nature. A renewable resource is an energy that can be replaced or it never runs out. But a non-renewable resource is something that can't be replaced. It takes millions and millions of years to form. Biomass is anything that is made by plants and animals that we can convert into energy. We talked about cow manure. It can be converted into energy. Crops can be converted into energy. Conservation was not talked about in that PowerPoint, but that is when we're really careful when we use those natural resources so it can last as long as possible. So we're really careful with those resources that are non-renewable because, and with the renewable ones too, guys, you never know. Fossil fuels are like oil, coal, natural gas that formed from the remains of living organisms millions of years ago. And fossil fuels are a non-renewable resource. It takes a really long time. It says millions of years ago, so it takes a really long time to get those back. Remember, hydroelectric energy, that's the electricity produced by moving water. We see that a lot. People use that. And geothermal energy is energy that's produced by heat within the Earth's crust. And hydroelectric and geothermal, those are both renewable resources because they're easy. We're always have moving water. We're always going to have the heat within the Earth's crust. So we'll always have the two types of energy to use. All right. So today for your assignment, you're going to do a matching activity. It's all of these same definitions. So I'll post the activity. I'll also post the definitions down below, and you can use that to match your vocabulary words. The biggest ones I want you to remember are renewable and non-renewable. Renewable can be replaced. Non-renewable cannot be replaced. Or if it can, it'll take millions and millions of years to replace it. All right, guys, y'all have fun with your matching today. Bye.